here. Okay. I'm trying to be okay. It's like dumb. Like, this is dumb that I even have to make this in the first place. Like, it's really dumb. Okay, let me burn some Palo Santo. Let me just burn some. Because I'm like, I don't know why I just started finding things funny. It's really not funny. Like, it's just not funny at all. Okay. Everybody's listening, right? Oh, y'all can't answer that. But, okay. All right. We're about to explain something that has occurred over the past couple months. I could say this started when I put out my TV show. When I put out the show, Versace Stuck in the 90s. This is not going to be a live that's throwing shots at anybody. I'm not throwing shots at nobody. I'm not throwing shade at nobody. I'm not entering nobody. I'm not letting the person get clout from this. I'm not letting anybody get like no type of recognition from this. Because at the end of the day, all I'm doing is clearing up things that I've been hearing, and I'm shutting it down. And whether you still want to believe anything that you hear from this point on, that's your opinion. That's what you can do. But I'm making sure I know in my heart that I clear things up. And the only reason, because all my friends and family and my manager, everybody told me, do not clear this up. Like, do not even talk about it. Do not address it, because it's only going to, I don't know. But the only reason I'm addressing it is because it's literally eating me up inside, hearing people talk about this without knowing anything. Like, they have no knowledge of anything. And that's really the only reason, like, I don't know. That's the only reason why I'm clearing this up. Okay. So, around, I would say the end of October, that was around the time that I put out my show. I had a lot of things going as far as my career and like me being like my career and shit. Like, I had a lot of things going on, and like I was just proud to announce a lot of things that was going on, and that was a really good time for me to just show how much I've been doing for the whole year. Around that time, somebody had went live. I'm not saying their names. I'm not doing any of that. Somebody had went live with their friend that I used to be friends with, and they went live and they said, I'm gonna get all the facts straight because I have it right here. They said that, they went live and they were like, Versace is a whore. We're exposing him. Versace, he's a whore. How come he has all that money but he be wearing those clothes? His house, like, he looks like he lives in a box. Versace's a whore. He DMs a whole bunch of guys, and he's just hoeing out here, and he not even doing it right. Like, he got the guys saying stuff in the and I'm like, first of all, I already said that. Like, you can't expose somebody for something that you already, like, said. Like, I already told everybody, yeah, I'm a hoe. Like, I'm a hoe. I've never actually had a boyfriend before, so I might as well be a hoe. Like, I'm a hoe. I'm a very flirtful person. If somebody hit me up and they're flirting, they're cute, I'm a flirt back. But I've never taken anybody seriously to the point where I felt like, okay, this is gonna be my nigga. Like, this is my boyfriend. No, I've never did that. They were talking about where I live at, like, oh, he lives in a box. Okay, I mean, I paid for the box. So, I paid for the box with my own money. So, it's like, whatever. So yeah, they went live and they said all of that shit, and what I said was, like, I basically admitted to it, like, yeah, I'm a hoe, and like, say something that I don't know, like, tell me something that I haven't heard about myself. And literally, that's exactly what they did. A month later, that person goes on and makes a whole, like, little thread or whatever, and they basically say how I'm a pedophile. Now, let me just sip this tea because this is too much. This is too much. We're going to make this positive. This is going to be a positive live. They made a live stream. And they made, no, not live stream. They made they went all over their social media basically and said how I was a pedophile, how let me find out everything that they said. They said I watch child pornography on Tumblr. I buy nudes off Tumblr. Like, I buy young kids from 11 to 15's nudes off Tumblr. I send kids nudes. Basically, they made a whole thread about how I'm a pedophile and how I talk to little kids and how I'm I go for little kids and just all this other stuff. And yeah, after they post, they also said I talked to a mentally deceased child with autism and tried to fly that mentally deceased child with autism to LA to live with me. Let me just say that when you're mentally deceased, that means you're dead. That means you're dead. That means you're not alive, you're not functioning, you're mentally deceased. You're not even allowed to be outside of the hospital. Like, you're mentally deceased, you're done. Your body, your everything is done. Then you have autism. And then it's just like that. I mean, at that point, you could have probably tell that some of that stuff was altered. And then they said that, I send guys nudes. I mean, I send little kids nudes. Which is false. I'm going to explain that whole situation. It was two people that they brung up. And I'm trying to find all the receipts, all the photos, all the everything. Basically, 2 years ago, I posted a side profile, and I didn't have any clothes on, and that's when I was at the Soul Train Awards, and I was in the dressing room, and I took a side profile, and I posted it on Snapchat, and on Twitter, and on Instagram myself, like, as a joke. It wasn't serious, like, it wasn't any genitalia being shown, it wasn't any nude being shown. You could damn near post that, you can show that shit on TV. That's how much. And then it was me making an ugly face in the picture. So it was like clearly a joke. So yeah, I posted that on social media. Also, I sent it to like my friends and stuff as a joke. And this one guy that I sent it to, he made it seem like I sent it to him as, sorry, I'm in the hood. He made it seem like I sent that to him as me trying to be sexually like talking to him, when that is not the case. Number one, the guy is a meme page, like he's a meme page, and if you see the whole conversation, because he only cropped a little bit of the conversation, the guy sent me a meme before I sent that picture, so it was clearly just memes. And if I can show you guys all the screenshots of our conversations, we've never had a serious conversation. We've always just sent each other memes, and I sent that picture as a joke, and it was just him a nude. And mind you, me and him never had a serious conversation, so he never told me his age, and I never knew that that guy is actually a minor. So I literally confronted the guy that said all that stuff, and I'm like, nigga, number one, we've never had a serious conversation. Number two, we've never flirted or anything like that. Number three, you never told me you were a minor or nothing like that, because we haven't had a conversation. We just only sent each other pictures and talked sarcastically. And then he was like, yeah, you're right, I shouldn't have did that. And he actually apologized. He actually went on his Insta story and he apologized, and he said he took it down, and he said he shouldn't have did that, which he shouldn't have did. So that's that. That's the nude thing that everybody is going for, sending kids nudes. That's that. Child pornography on Tumblr. Everybody knows I have a Tumblr. Everybody knows I watch porn. Like, I don't hide that. I watch porn. Basically, when I go on Tumblr, all I do is scroll my feed and just watch whatever the fuck is on my feed. I don't go and look for little kids. First of all, you're not even allowed to put little kids, like, you're not even allowed to put, like, how do I know that somebody's 11 to 15 years old and I'm like, oh, let me go, like, you're not even allowed to do that on Tumblr. I literally scroll through my Tumblr feed and watch whatever the fuck is on the fucking thingy or majiggy. I don't know. Like, I never intentionally tried to, ever talked to somebody that was younger than me or watch anything that was like child pornography or whatever the fuck they're saying. Like, I promise, hands to God, I've never intentionally tried to talk to somebody that was younger than me. So that's out of the way. Then when the guy posted my Tumblr, he didn't even post the right Tumblr. He went through false receipts. It was an old Tumblr from like fucking 5 years ago that I don't even have anymore. And a little girl has that Tumblr now. My new Tumblr, at least post my new Tumblr. Like, if you go and get I don't know. But, yeah, and also, I told the guy, like, I DM'd the guy and I'm like, all the shit that you like came up with, it's false. It's like altered in so many ways to try to make me look a way that, it's like information from over the past 3 years, and he tried to make it seem like he mashed it all together and tried to make it seem like I'm this person that I'm really not. Like, I'm not the person. I'm sorry. I know it's exciting tea that you guys want to have, but I'm not that person. If you, like, anybody can easily do that. He literally created like information from over the past 3 years that's like, and made it seem like something, and it's really not. Let me just tell y'all, I'm not a fucking pedophile. I'm not interested with anybody younger than me. You can ask any person, any of my best friends, I tell them any single thing. My friends even have my accounts in their phones. Like, they can even show you themselves that anybody I ever even talked to is older than me. I've never intentionally tried to talk to somebody younger than me. Yes, I am a flirtful person. Like, I flirt a lot. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I flirt a lot. I'm fucking single. I'm desperate. I flirt a lot. So if people DM me flirting, I'm gonna flirt back. Yes, I did fuck up, and I can admit that I did fuck up by not fact checking before I flirt. Before, like, that never occurred to my mind. Like, make sure that they're not a minor before you fucking flirt. Because people could look like they're young, but they're not young. And y'all know, I look like I'm fucking 12 years old, but I'm fucking 20 years old. Like, people can look young and be fucking grown as fuck. Or people can look grown and be young as fuck. So that's how I can admit that I fucked up, by flirting with some people and not making sure that they were my age. So if that's, I don't know. But people are going around just saying that I'm a fucking pedophile. Like, and it's honestly just, it's silly. It's silly, and people bringing it, like, people are making it into something that it's really not. Like, it's crazy me even having to make this live stream just explaining myself like this, because at the end of the day, I shouldn't even have to explain myself. But for something so serious, like the word pedophile, you don't just throw that name out. Like, people can go to jail for that. Like, that's serious. And plus, I've had like trauma from my childhood that reminds me of that word, and I don't even fucking want to even think about that shit. So to just throw the pedophile word out is just like very serious. So please just make sure, like, I don't know. But let me see if I'm missing anything else. Also, me DMing the guy and be like, I DM'd the guy and I told him, I was like, yo, like, why is this stuff, why are you doing this stuff right when I release all of my TV show, all the things that I've worked for this whole year? The minute I want to release all that stuff is when all of a sudden I'm a pedophile. Like, why is it happening now? Like, and I told the guy, like, this is my career. I don't know what drama you trying to put me in. I don't want to be in any drama. And I said, I can explain to you every single thing that you said about me, how it's false, but I don't want to be in any drama. And I respect if you could just leave me out of it, because I have like so much going on. I'm fucking living in California by myself. Like, that's my main concern. My main concern is not about guys or fucking none of that. Like, yeah, I want a boyfriend, but that's not my main concern. My main concern is staying in this motherfucking house. So it's like, when people try to ruin that, I feel like I really do have to address it and just make sure that I addressed it so I can feel better with myself. Sorry, I got a text message. But yeah, that happened. Let me see, what else? Yeah, just make sure y'all don't believe every single thing that y'all see on the internet, because I've been seeing it so much. Like, I've been seeing people just hitting me up, saying stuff about it. Like, my sister even came to me and she said something about it. I'm like, it's silly. It's really silly. And just make sure that you don't believe every single thing that you hear on the internet, because if I didn't address it, then there should be a part of your brain that'd be like, okay, let me wait till he addresses it first, and then make my judgment off of that person. But if I didn't address it, how can you literally have a bold statement and just be like, let me believe this? Like, you can't just believe everything you say, even though it's exciting, even though it's like, it seems like it's entertaining, it's ruining people's life. And that really fucked me up mentally. Like, having people call me that, like, it really did something to me. Like, it fucking made me fucking just not even want to, like, be on here anymore, because, like, my whole purpose for being on the internet is to make people happy, to make people laugh. And so I understand that not everybody might not like my videos. Not everybody's going to fuck with what I do. People might think that I'm fucking corny, and I understand that. I don't think I'm the funniest person in the world. But it's just, that's when people literally try to start a whole entire thing about me, that really fucked me up, because that's not my goal. Like, my goal isn't to be in drama. My goal is to fucking make people smile, make people happy, and follow my fucking dreams. That's all my fucking goals is. And yeah, I just felt like I needed to address that. And yeah, believe at this point, you can take the information you got and believe what you want to believe, but I mean, I explained what really happened. Please do not go harassing the guy or whoever the person is. Please do not go harassing him. Please do not go doing none of that. I'm not trying to be in any more drama. I'm really working on and then I can't be in any more drama. Like, this is the only time I can address this situation. I begged my manager to let me make this live stream. This is the only time I can address this situation, because I'm in contracts that says I cannot be in any drama for the rest of this year. So I cannot address this ever again, or talk about this ever again. So, I mean, yeah, that's that. I said what I said. I'm trying to figure out let me turn the comments on. I'm trying to figure out if I forgot something. I don't know if I forgot anything. Yeah. Mental deceased person. How can you fly a person out that's mentally deceased? How can you, like, I'm puzzled. Like, I asked my friends, like, they said there's no way you can fly a person out that's mentally deceased. I can't do that. But yeah, I don't know.